Y'all.
All right. Welcome to our Monday Wine Ambassador Opportunity Call. Today is June 14th. We are starting promptly at 8 o'clock because we want to get this rocking and rolling. We got lots happening in the company. We're excited you guys are all here, but we've got businesses to build, so our time is precious. Now tonight, as many of you know, several of us just got back here from Destin, Florida, from the leadership retreat. There is going to be a new one announced. Oh, you gotta wait till September. Sorry, guys. No, it was a life-changing opportunity, and we are just ecstatic. We were blessed by having everyone that did come, that were able to come. We missed a few of you. Andy, we definitely missed you, and Deanna. But Napa is just less than 3 months away. And so tonight, it is my privilege to bring to you and introduce to you for the first time, my time introducing him, my mentor and yours. He's mentor to all of us, Rory Rickard. And Rory, I'm just going to keep it short and simple so we can keep a move on.
That's more than fine. It's you and I can talk a little bit easier because we've been very close and working, and that's what happens here. We don't start out as friends, but we sure build in this bond, and we had a great time in Destin, and even went fishing together, which was epic.
And peeling today.
I bet you are. Yeah, I was. Yeah, mine's turned to tan. We're good. And I was covered up pretty well, but we didn't have a whole lot of time to put sunscreen on. I mean, when they hit, time flew. So
it was crazy.
I'm going to go right into it for everybody here. I know we got a lot of new people that are hearing about Wine Ambassador for the first time, and I'm just going to let you guys know that this opportunity is absolutely fantastic. I'm also going to just repeat some things that I've been saying for years. We've literally been marketing wine for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years in August that we started working with wine and working on the direct-to-consumer marketplace. That's where we're not selling wine bottles directly out of our homes. We're literally signing people up to get wine sent directly from the company to their door, from incredible winemakers to their door. So that's pretty much where the opportunity is. And then from there, we just get to have a lot of fun in doing it, and we get paid exceptionally well. And I'm going to get right to that pretty quick here, and just let you guys know that there is a lot more tools, and there's a whole other lineup of resources that can explain even more about this opportunity. But basically, we take fine wines, and I mean wines that are made the right way. Lots of love, lots of time with expert winemakers that we literally commission to create this incredible liquid art. And that's exactly how Tanya, my wife, and I see this whole world of wine is liquid art. We've been very blessed in our life, and we are also very, very fond and passionate of our wine. And when you understand what true wines are, you can justify what's in it to spend the $100 a bottle, $200 a bottle, maybe at an anniversary, spend $500 to $1,000 a bottle, especially when you have the money to do so. And in doing that, we did not recognize that most people didn't understand the value of a fine wine until we started marketing it. And then we had family and friends that would come over to our place all the time, and we'd share these incredible wines that I might have brought over from South Africa or from Canada in the Toronto regions, or Europe or Australia, or all these different places that I traveled around the world. And, I've been to over 1,000 wineries myself in the years I've been traveling, and I continue to go to new ones any chance I get, any chance. There is an amazing art to it. And, when we set up and set sail here with Wine Ambassador as owners, corporate, responsible on the corporate level, myself as the CEO, Tanya as the corporate compliance officer. And we wanted this company to be built in the right manner, where we were delivering incredible wines, but getting them to where they were going to be more affordable and to people to understand what wine's for. True wine has health benefits. true wine tastes amazing and really makes your food pairing an experience. The wines they sell in the store aren't true wines. If you're spending $20 a bottle and you like it, I'm going to tell you, we're about to ruin your taste buds and develop and let you see what real wine is. And yet you're going to be able to get it at a very good price. Our wines would retail, if we did retail them, for anywhere from $80 to $120 a bottle in our standard line, and our Grand Crus are anywhere from $250 to $600 a bottle. That's the value that we're playing with in the retail world. Now, we don't sell retail. We only allow members to get access to our wines, and they get them at an incredible price. It literally works like this. The traditional wine world creates wine, goes to shipping brokers, goes to 5 different levels before it gets to the retail location. That's 5 different markups. So you're going to take a wine that costs dollars to create, and I'll get there in a second. And by the time you spend $20, you just paid for distribution costs to move hands 5 times to get to that store. Now, because they can't sell their wine at a high price because it's not true wine, they literally create what I call punch wines, more like a wine beverage. Wine in name only, and just because it looks like a great beverage that was made that's called wine, they speed the process up. They have to add sulfites to it so that it legally has preservatives, and those are not natural sulfites. So that creates headaches because they're artificial. Our brain actually gets headaches from it because you got to process something that's not a natural sulfite. A natural sulfite happens in the absolute fermentation and winemaking process that wine goes through. Wine's technically brewed, and when it goes through this process of creating the alcohol, and the natural way, when done right, can take years in barrels for tasting. Our wines are being made properly with a proper care, love, and art. Our wine will sit in barrels for 2 years, 3 years. On average, our wines are 6 to 7 years in the making before you get that bottle in your hand. And that counts the nutrients going into the grapes themselves. We only deal with top level fruit. Our wines all come from Napa and Sonoma Valley, which is arguably one of the best places in the world to create wine and fine wines. And that's where our wines come from. They're also recognized worldwide as amazing wines. And that's what we're delivering to the world, to their door. We're not selling wine to them directly, bottle to bottle. We're giving them the access of the member. And then that's where the opportunity is. We're looking for wine ambassadors to represent our brands of wine, our labels, the wines that we have made for us that are incredible, and to share it with the world that doesn't quite understand that they're buying a duped product in the marketplace. We're going to give them access to true proper wines that have the true proper foundations for the health benefits and the taste benefits, the actual amazing magical elixir, I call it. Now, that's where the opportunity is. There's a lot more information the person that brought you here can walk you through and guide you through it, and we'll break it down even more. The other thing I want you guys to know is Tanya and I, we have our way of doing philanthropy, which is investing in our partners. And this is our biggest passion is wine. We really like our wine, and we really like the business aspect this provides. And we know that this is a way to generate income for so many families. So we have a program where we literally teach you how to work leads that cost money to create, and we fund the lead creation. So we literally fund your marketing and your team of ambassadors as you grow this with us, their marketing and their teams and their teams and their teams and their marketing with a solid way to build this ongoing. And we get you access to trainings on how to generate customers in multiple ways. We are, our background is professional marketing, online marketing. I've been doing it for over 32 years. And I'm going to tell you the most relevant product I've ever marketed is wine. And specifically a wine service where we get paid every month they order. And that's what makes this a foundational thing. So as far as a business, this is probably the best bang for the buck I've ever seen to get started. And, you literally, it's a business expense. So when you're doing your taxes, this is an expense to get into. I'm not a CPA, and I'm just telling you how it works. It's always worked for me this way. But I'm also going to tell you the product is wine. And when I show you the starter kits that we have, before I'll break it into it, we let you get our wine at the lowest possible price as a member to become an ambassador. We don't up the price. like most companies do. They charge you a kit fee or they pad it. We don't. We want you to have our wines because our products is going to really open up your taste buds and really open up your taste for all things fine, especially wine. You're going to understand that this is not the wines that are in the store. This is going to make it so you cannot drink those wines again without going, oh my gosh, those are horrible. This is going to change your taste. And that's what we want. Once you try one, you're going to understand. And you're going to get some incredible varietals. You know, we're constantly pulling the stuff out of Napa as it's ready to bottle. Tanya, I, and our tasting crew go out there and we taste the wines every 3 to 4 months to see what's ready to bottle. If it's not ready, you don't bottle it. It goes back into the cask, goes back into the process to be refined. And once it's ready and we know it's there, we get it bottled up. Our brands, our labels, we're building that up there, and we market with you as a company. We're also the corporate structure doesn't get paid salaries. We make money building with you and distributing it through our compensation structure that I'm going to go into. We work the field with you. That's why it's so awesome and so important for Tanya and I to fund your marketing and our philanthropy, because we want to give an equal playing field for every ambassador that comes here. We're going to teach you how to market in multiple ways. And write this down. We do this call every Monday on the same link you came in. Every Monday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Eastern, we do what's called the Wine and Dine Show. In fact, you can go to thewineanddineshow.com or come to the same link that you came in here. Same place. It'll go to the same place. And that's where we have members literally prepare food and pair wines so you can learn how to use our wines and food pairings and learn how fun and easy it is to just pair wines with food and really experience the whole food aspect of wine and great food. Like, it's pretty awesome. I'll let you guys know that there are going to be some incredible guests showing up on our calls. Things are changing. I told a lot of people when we first started this venture that the bigger we made this, the more things we would attract. We are doing a service that no one else is really doing. There is no other wine of the month program like ours that's delivering the value we're delivering. You cannot get our wines in a wine store. They're our own label. Not only are they our own label, but we're talking some of the best winemakers, notably in the world, are making our wines. They are amazingly good, and you'll know the second you start trying them. The other thing about it is, for the value, most wine companies out there, most wine of the months, you got some that are the actual vineyard that sell their particular varietals they create, and you're on a special list. You're going to be paying a very good premium for that. The other thing is discount wines. These wine of the month clubs out there think people are fine getting cheap wine, and that's what they try to give away and give out cheap wine. That's not us. Let me be very, very clear. We're not a discount wine company. We are creating fine, exceptional wines and offering them only through distribution through our membership program, and therefore giving proper membership pricing. So it pays to be a member, meaning you're going to get huge savings. And as ambassadors, we give you huge savings, but we also let you get access to our Grand Cru pricing, which is our lowest pricing that we offer anybody. And I'm going to go into that as I go into the compensation plan. This is, we are becoming the largest wine club in the world. We will be the largest wine company in the world. And we're doing it all with fine wines, all our own brands, all our own labels. And we have wine already being made 3 and 4 years in the future. That's how far ahead we are to create these wines. And it's really awesome because, we're those of us that are on the tasting panel, we are so looking forward to certain wines getting ready. Like, we have to wait years. Like, it's like waiting for Christmas all the time. And they're already rolling out, and there's new ones rolling out every month. We are in for some treats. Every month, it's literally like a big, huge Christmas as the wine deliveries come in. And the whole idea is to give you a really good taste of 4 amazing bottles or 6 or 12, whatever you're ordering every month. And then you can buy a custom case to fill your appetite. When you get 4 unique bottles and one of them becomes your new favorite, you're going to want the member pricing, and you're going to want to get the best member pricing possible. And that's where the different levels of ambassador is. Let's go there now. So this is very, very simple. It's wineambassadorcompplan.com. It's a 2-page PDF. It literally spells it all out. We made it very, very simple and also very, very lucrative. So the company is founded completely by professional marketers. We've all done very well in our rights. We all are very well established in marketing, and we understand what it takes to market. So it's being led by marketing professional, marketing entrepreneurs. All of us have been involved in multi-million-dollar companies. Some of us own several multi-million-dollar companies when we put this together. And what we do know is customer acquisition and partner acquisition, in our case, ambassador acquisition. There is truly a cost to acquisition. It takes time, money, and resources. Now, Tanya and I, from our family to yours, I want to stress that's not from the company. That's from Tanya and Rory's family to your family. We supply you with leads and the training to work those leads. Get with the person that brought you here. They'll get you connected and all of that. Now, as you take those leads and build this as a program, in addition to sharing with family and friends, working other marketing angles that we teach you and work with you on, you're going to be growing a Wine of the Month Club business. So treat it like your own Wine of the Month Club that's associated with Wine Ambassador, which is the foremost Wine of the Month Club that has more brands and labels of its own than any other Wine of the Month Club. We're not a discount wine club. We are member-driven, fine wines, and our member pricing is literally incredible. So let's go over that. We have 3 ways to get involved. One, become a wine customer. For $100, so $99.95, you get 4 incredible bottles of wine. Each bottle is literally worth the cost of your monthly shipment. These are $80 to $120 bottles of wines if they were to be retailed. So you're getting an incredible value. And we do that just because we know you're going to like those wines and want to buy more. We also know that, it's a very attractive price to get these incredible bottles of wine. And we know that we're going to have at least 4 good nights together with a bottle of wine and some great food each and every month. Call it on the Friday night, your date night, events that happen, birthdays, anniversaries. But we also know, again, you're going to want a custom case. Now, the second way is becoming a state member, a reserve member, or a Grand Cru member. These are our 3 levels of ambassadors. Now, the thing with this is most people start out where they feel comfortable. If you're already into fine wines, or maybe someone's already given you a bottle of our wine and you get it already, you might want to go all the way to Grand Cru. But the way we set it up is based on reality of taste. We're going to let you become an estate member, a reserve member, or a Grand Cru member at your pace. Now, everybody's going to pay a $50 annual enrollment fee. This covers our back offices, which are incredible. We have one of the most incredible programmers behind the structure of our CTO. That's Peter Antoniou, and he is so important to us that his name is on a label of wine. He's also one of our tasters, and he's going to be a foremost display now on our wine and dine shows on Wednesdays. The other thing I want to let you guys know is he's very marketing savvy, and he's the programmer behind some of my best friends in marketing ever and their system. So he gets what we're doing. So we have a grapevine system that we built out, and we're adding more and more things to it. And we use the grapevine system to allow people to come in that are in non-chip states or in non-chip countries that we're building and growing that we cannot ship our wines to yet for various 2 reasons. One, it's not permittable. There's like 3 or 4 states that still don't allow wine to be shipped into their state in the US. And the other countries, most every country allows wine to be shipped to them. However, we don't open it up until we can get the shipping costs down to a reasonable, roughly $125 a case. That's our model. We can ship anywhere for $600 a case and ship it in the air. It's a pretty expensive way to get our wines. And so we're trying to make it very scalable. And we want our wines to be able to be delivered to the middle classes of the world. We don't want it just to be for people that can afford $100 a night in wine. We want to open up the taste of wine to more of the world. And that was the mission thing we had here. So our state members come in and you get 1 case of wine, it's $300. You also get a 10% discount on additional cases of wine. Now, $300 is not our normal case price. Our normal case price is $360. But when you come in as a customer on our Smart Ship, or you come in as an ambassador, we let you purchase your wine at the Grand Cru member pricing. That's the lowest pricing we have. And then you'll buy additional cases at the discount based on your level of ambassador. Reserve members is 2 cases of wine, 15% discount. Grand Crus is 2 cases of our wine plus our 6-bottle Grand Cru luxury box. This is a gorgeous wood box filled with wines that are worth in excess of $2,000 combined. We have some amazing red blends, a Merlot, a Cab Sauv, one of the best rosés you'll ever taste, and Pinot Noir and a Chardonnay. These are fine wines. So if you like our standard wines, wait till you taste our next level above. And that's what we get to do with our Grand Cru wines is we have 2 levels of wine, right? We have this amazing everyday wine, which is our standard line. And then we have our Grand Crus. Grand Crus literally means wine snob. Now, when you become a Grand Cru member, you also get a founder's black card. It actually says wine snob on the card. As we know, Stacy, right? We focus on it so much because you literally, by this point, you pretty much are a wine snob. Not only have you tasted the greatest and standard wines, but now you've had that next level wine, the one you probably didn't recognize when you're like at a steak restaurant. You saw someone order these bottles of wine, they're like $500 to $1,000. Most people don't understand. Why would someone pay that? Well, when you taste their Grand Cru, you'll understand. And you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is so good. However, you're getting them literally for $100 a bottle, the Grand Cru price. That's member only. And that is something that you want to have at an anniversary, a major birthday, not necessarily an every year birthday, unless you're like us, but that's a very special wine. That's a wine to definitely celebrate anniversaries, grand occasions, right? Actually, everybody's birthday should be a Grand Cru event. Now that I said that, I'll restate that. Your birthday is a Grand Cru event. Our Grand Crus are insane. You can ask anybody here that's tried the Grand Cru, they'll tell you. And now you have your taste, right? You have your standard taste, and then you have that higher taste that you may never have experienced your entire life up until now at our Grand Cru pricing. And that's what you have. Now, the estate members, reserve members, Grand Cru, they all get the same access, and same with our non-ship grapevine powerline system, the third option, all get full access to the compensation plan. The only difference is what you pay on additional cases of wine. And if you start out as an estate or a reserve, you can always upgrade to the next level. You pay the difference and receive the difference. So if you're an estate and you come in at 300, you can upgrade for another 300 to reserve, or you can upgrade for another 900 to Grand Cru. And if you're a reserve member at 600, you can just pay another 600 and get the Grand Cru. You've already received your 2 cases of wine as a reserve member. You're just gonna get the additional 6-bottle Grand Cru luxury box, right? Very simple, very simple. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is the ambassador that brought you in gets rewarded. We call these wine starter kits, and they're going to get 50% of your kit price in a commission. I'm going to let you guys know really quick. This is where the company is investing with you to bring somebody in. We lose money on every estate, reserve, and Grand Cru that comes in the program. However, we know that because of our product, fine wines, and you learning what they are and tasting them and experiencing them, you're going to be that much better of a wine ambassador for us. And you're going to be able to get more customers in and relay that. And it's a long-term growth direction with all of us. And we also know that it takes a lot of time and energy to bring somebody in at that level. And we want to make sure it's very worthwhile. And Tanya and I, from our family to yours, fund the marketing. That's an incredible opportunity here. And that's why we're doing so well, is it makes sense. People can actually make full-time incomes here. You can do anything from a hobby income to full-time or even career life-changing income. We have people making 6 figures a year in wine without having to carry bottles around, just signing people up with this incredible wine of the month club, getting wine shipped right to their door because we did it right. All right, so there's 5 ways to get paid. The first one is free wine. We want everybody to get free wine, customers and ambassadors alike. You refer 3, you get your wine for free. Now, it's even simpler than that. You refer 1 customer, they're worth $400 a year to you in free wine. 2, that's worth $800. The first 3 is worth $1,200, and I'll break that down. If you refer just 1 person and they order 3 times, January, February, March, you're going to get credit for $99.95 for free wine in March or April. If you have 2 that are ordering and they order January and February, now you have 3 that accumulated, you're on your next one, and you're going to get free wine in March. If you have 3 that are ordering wine in January, you're going to get free wine in February. They order in February, you're going to get the next month. So 1, 2, or 3, you get free wine. You have 3 or more customers, you're getting free wine every month. 2, it's 2 out of 3 months. 1, every 3 months. All right. Then we have what's called the Ambassador Customer Acquisition Bonus. Tongue twister a little bit, but what it means is all your ambassadors are customers, because we're all customers, and your normal customers are worth an acquisition bonus to you. Now, customers only, not ambassador customers, but customers. Once you have 3, your 4th one, you get a $20 bonus on their initial sign up. And on your ambassadors that are customers and customers alike, you get $10 a month for every time they order. Some of our top our top ambassadors put in 100 or even 150 new customers or ambassador customers every year. That's 1,000, 1,500 a month just in that pay process alone. The next is the wine starter kits. That's how we always explain that. They come in at 300, 600, 1,200, or they upgrade. Either way, whatever they pay for the wine starter kits, you get 50% of it, which means that every ambassador that you enroll is literally worth upwards of $600 to you in just the wine starter kits. Now we're going to get into the residual pay, the building the business properly pay. When you have the structure is called a binary. So when you have two teams that are building, you get paid really well. The person that brought you here is going to sign you up on their right team or their left team. And this is going to be the team that they're building with you. Let's say they sign you on the right team. They're going to be building that right team. So from the moment you sign up, anybody that comes underneath that right team counts towards your right volume. That is shared team volume that you're going to get the benefit of building as a team with. That allows you to learn how to do this, how to use the leads, how to adapt and grow within the structure and the confines of the business opportunity that's here before you. Now, as you learn that, again, utilizing our leads and all the other means that are there, and I say our leads from Candy and I to you, you're going to be able to start building your left team. As you start building both teams, you're building your financial future and stability. Now, I'm going to tell you something about wine. It's not going anywhere. Wine is a direct-to-consumer marketplace. When Brett and I and the rest of us barely started in this industry, it was 3.5% of all sales in wine was direct-to-consumer. It's now over 13%. Just a few years later, still the biggest room for growth. And you're looking around. I mean, we live in a world where people want everything shipped to their door. No one wants to go out and pick it up, and people don't know what wines they're going to go pick up anyway. They're guaranteed to get insane wines that are, guaranteed from Wine Ambassador. These are our labels, our brand, not discounted wines that no one else could buy or sell. These are amazing wines that we choose to only deliver through our membership. Big difference. And you can't beat the value that we offer. So those are delivered. So as you learn to build your customer base under the structure of the binary, you're going to start getting binary pay. Binary pay happens every Wednesday. The system takes a snapshot of how much volume you have in your left team and your right team. And the lesser team, the lesser volume, you get paid upwards of 22% of that, and that's paid the following Friday, every week, okay? Now, the check match happens when you duplicate this process. So the ambassadors you personally bring in, you help them build their binary structure, and your reward for doing so is whatever they get in their binary, you're going to get a check match of upwards of 50% of that, not out of their pay, but in addition to as a check match into your income. Some of our top leaders here make more in check match than they do in their own binary pay, and that's awesome. They're being the greatest leaders, and their reward is they get more for helping lead others to the wealth. Okay. Now, qualification for this are very simple. I'll just tell you that there's only one thing to keep track of, and that is the volume required for your rank has to be a minimum 30-70 split, meaning no more than 70% of the required volume can come from any one leg. Most likely to be your team leg. You got other people building it. Then your lesser leg for the requirement can have no less than 30%. So at least 30% has to come from the weaker leg for the volume required. You're still able to get paid on all the volume based on the compensation structure, but your rank, which determines the percentage you get paid, and your check match is all based on the minimums, okay? Very reachable, very achievable. We have people, at the national ambassador level and growing all the time, okay? We don't have, I think we actually have a couple of executives in here now. We'll wait till September. Okay, so one star ambassador, you need one personal, and this how it builds, right? And you're not getting any binary percentage. Once you have two, one left, one right, you start getting 6% in the binary. Once you're a 3-star, you need to have 3 customers. Basically, we want all our ambassadors to be getting wine for free. Think about it. It's kind of a perk of what we do here. So you do what we ask you, right? We want you to have 3 customers. Some of us have a lot of customers. It's wine, for crying out loud. And once they understand and are educated on what type of wines they're getting from us compared to the rest of the world, that's the trick. That's why we pay you so well in acquisition, because it takes a while to explain to people that wine they could have got at 7-Eleven for $8.99 isn't really wine, right? We're talking fine wines. You will never see fine wines in 7-Eleven, let alone in your grocery store. You're going to go to a wine store to find fine wines, and you're going to spend $100 on up to get true fine wine. There's no other way to do it with the distribution costs. It's not possible. It's just fruit. The highest quality grapes go for the highest dollar. There's no way to create. It's like going to the store and buying a bottle of honey for $1. No true honey is $1 a bottle. That's sugar water, high fructose syrup, and maybe a drop of honey so they can say it's real honey. That's the point. We have been conned by food production for years in different products. Wine's one of them. Get real wine from us. You can't beat the value. That's what we have here. That being said, God bless. Get with the person that brought you here. We'll see you on the Wine Wednesdays, on the Wine and Dine show, and on our trainings on Saturdays, which the person that brought you here can get you onto. It's literally at noon Eastern on the same link. We do a training on how to market and deploy your business each and every week. This is a full-time career for a lot of us here. And I'm going to tell you, as far as the things that I've created wealth with, wine is the finest. God bless. Talk to you guys later. See you soon.